Hey, what's happening, everybody? It's your old pal, Mr. Butter, coming back at you. Today, I want to get into a pickup that isn't mine. This actually belongs to my good buddy, Silent Z. He was able to hit this pair on Mamba Day back in August, and he let me get a hold of his pair to make this review for y'all. I'd also like to just chat about how I feel with Kobe's coming back out. I'm really looking forward to the reverse Grinches, and I've heard some people kind of bashing them, but anyhow, we'll get into all that. If you're into kicks and you feel like hanging out, then hit that subscribe button. Let's take a look at these Kobe 6 Protros in the Mambacita colorway. So once again, huge shout out to Silent Z. If you've been around the channel for any amount of time, you've certainly heard his name come up at least a time or two, but he really is kind of my partner in chasing all these shoes and all that. If I'm going for a pair of kicks, there's probably a 99% chance that he's going for them as well. So sometimes if I strike out on something, he comes through with the W, and he always lets me get my hands on his pair to make some content. He's just an all-around good dude. So Silent Z, thank you so much. This may have been, I'll have to ask him, but this might have been his biggest sneakers W since he's had the app. A grail for me is the Kobe Grinches, and I've gone for them, I would say, at least 6 or 7 times. Never successfully got a pair for retail, and I never pulled the trigger to pay resale for them because they've always been really expensive. I don't like these as much as what I like those, but the Kobe 6 is without a doubt my favorite Kobe silhouette, so I'm a huge fan of these. But we've got a flat black box. On the top we have this sheath, the Kobe emblem, and that's kind of in a glossy finish, and then you can just barely see it's got Kobe's signature there in a glossy finish as well. It's really hard to see because it's black on black, but looks pretty cool. Pretty simple box, pretty plain box. The tag reads Kobe 6 Protro, and the colors are black and white. I forget what retail was on these. I'm assuming it was around 180 bucks. Could have been a little less, could have been a little more, but he got a size 13 in these. I actually just pulled these up on GOAT just because I was curious as to what they were going for in this size. They're going for in the 900s, so a huge W on the sneakers app. And again, this was on Mamba Day, which is August 24th. I thought it was really interesting. He ended up hitting these on Mamba Day on sneakers. The day before, on the same account, he hit the Halo 8s. I've heard a lot of people talking down on the Halo 8s and that sort of thing, but I just kind of feel like most people are salty that they don't have a pair. But anyhow, we'll get into all that. Let's get to the kicks. Here they are. I think the Kobe 6 is such a cool looking shoe, and I really do like most Kobe's that I've seen. However, in my collection, the only pairs that I have are the Kobe 6 Protro in the Del Sol colorway, and then I also hit the Kobe 8 Halos. I've never had an 8 on feet. I'm not sure how they feel, but I'm a big fan of the 6s. Whenever I got the 8s, I really kind of made a plea to all my buddies, like, I want to get back on the court playing basketball. We haven't played since before the pandemic, and it just seems like now we're having a hard time getting everybody together. I really want to see what those 8s feel like on the court. So again, to my guys, let's meet on Frederick Street. Let's go get some ball in, you know? Whether you play basketball, whether you're a Kobe fan or not, I think the Kobe 6 is one of the coolest looking shoes, one of the most unique looking designs that I have ever seen on a pair of kicks. And I think what really just grabs your attention more than anything is all these kind of like snake scales that you have all over the top. Obviously, Kobe is the Mamba, and I think these look really cool, but they're also kind of functional because they just sit on top of like a thin layer of mesh. So all these little scales actually do protect your feet. They feel like they're just a soft, I guess it's just polyurethane or something like that, but it's just a neat overlay. I have no idea how they do it, but it's got a cool, soft, kind of rubber feel to it, but it just looks incredible on these things. This being my favorite Kobe silhouette, I think in a black and white colorway, it just looks phenomenal on here. And of course, on the back, you see Kobe and Gigi there at the bottom. and these shoes were to commemorate and celebrate Gigi's 16th birthday. She was with him whenever they had that tragic helicopter accident and they both passed away. So this was kind of to honor her 16th birthday. She wore the number 2. So you see that on the shoe in gold. So along with having such a cool looking pair of kicks, there's just a lot of meaning behind these, and I think it's an awesome pair. I would love to have these in the collection, but I won't spend that kind of money on them. I do think that this is like a Grail status level shoe though, so I am quite envious of Silent Z being able to hit these for retail. Like I already said, I have never been able to hit the Grinches for retail, and I never brought myself to pay resale for them. I've watched prices, but they stay pretty expensive. I probably should have bought them after the last big restock and they dipped, but I just couldn't bring myself to do it. So for now, I still don't have a pair of Kobe Grinches in the collection. I've heard a lot of people talking down on the reverse Grinches, saying that they don't look good and nobody will wear that bright of a shoe and that sort of thing. However, I will gladly take a W on the reverse Grinches. I would gladly take 2 W's on 2 pair of reverse Grinches. I would throw 1 pair on feet and start wearing them, and I would just keep another pair on ice. That is without a doubt one of my most anticipated pairs for the rest of this year. And like I said before, I just think the 6 is such a cool looking silhouette. There's nothing else like it. As soon as you see it, you recognize that's a Kobe for obvious reasons, but I think that snake scale finish on the upper is really just what makes me like them so much. As I mentioned, I did recently get the Halo 8s, and I think they're going to continue releasing different silhouettes in an all-white color scheme like that, and I think the Halo 8s look really, really good in hand. I'm looking forward to getting them on feet. Even if I can't get the guys together for ball, I probably will just wear them even casually, because I think an all-white shoe is really easy to pull off, and it's got an all-knit upper. I just think it won't be hard to throw together an outfit to just wear them with some baggy jeans and a t-shirt or something. But I was really surprised at the amount of people who talked down about the design of that shoe and said how bad they look. In my opinion, I think they look great, and I'm really glad to have them in the collection. But I know there's a lot of haters of those Kobe 8 Halos, so let me know what you all think about them. But I think they're really good looking. I did a review and a short of them, and a lot of people didn't hold back in just how ugly they said that they were. Some people said that they look like grandma shoes, and just a whole bunch of other comments about how ugly they are. But I think the Kobe 8 Halos look great, and if they do a Halo of a 4, of a 6, whatever, I'll be trying to get those as well. Looking at the outsole, you can see that we kind of have more of that snake skin kind of traction on the bottom, and it's all white, but you do get that black hit of carbon fiber there in the middle, and again at the heel you've got that sheath in a black color. Before I forget to mention, these did come with white laces already in the shoe, and I like that contrast of the white on the black tongue. Typically, I'm a fan of matching the laces to the tongue, but I think that contrast looks good in this instance. They did come with a spare set of black laces with white aglets on the end of them as well. Coming up to the midsole, you can see that the white from the outsole kind of wraps up there, and you've got this little braille accent here at the base. And then just above that, we've got areas of black foam. Here at the heel, you've got some Zoom branding. And where the upper is really flashy and there's a whole lot going on with it, this midsole is really kind of subdued and a lot more low-key. But I think altogether it looks phenomenal. But of course, on this upper, we've got a black mesh for the base of the upper. And like I already noted, we have all these snakeskin scales all over the top of it, and I just love the finish that it gives. As you come back the shoe, we've got some white swooshes, and it almost looks like they're like spray painted on, like they used a stencil and sprayed it on. I don't know if you can see that coming through on video, but I think it looks really cool. Then at the back of the shoe, we've got, it's almost got like a pearlescent kind of finish to it, but it's a synthetic white leather, and that looks really nice. On top of that, we have a hard plastic heel anchor, and we've got that Mamba emblem here. And on the left shoe, it says Kobe in gold, and on the right shoe, it says Gigi in gold. The tongue is a really breathable mesh. It's just black in color, but it's got all these cutouts all through it, and it really lets your foot breathe. Doesn't make them too hot. And then at the top, we have this material. It's black, and it's got a white sheath on there. That's kind of the same material that we have for all these snakeskin overlays. The top of the tongue almost feels like a neoprene material or something. Then our sock liner continues with that snakeskin theme. It kind of matches all these overlays on the upper, but that's just in a white and black color. And our insole is black, and it says Mambacita in white, and it's got the number 2 with wings on it, and then a halo just above that. I'm not sure if the lighting's good enough for you to see that down in there or not. Again, that's just to commemorate Gigi and her 16th birthday. Hopefully y'all can see that down there. But really, I just wanted to get a quick look at these. Obviously, this was just a restock, and I don't think a lot of people hit on these, but Silent Z definitely got lucky on this one. Personally, I am really looking forward to 2024 because I'm pumped that we're going to be seeing a lot more Kobe's. I hope they are easy to get. I hope they start making higher numbers of them so that the masses can enjoy them more, because I think a lot of the saltiness of people talking down on them and that sort of thing, I think a lot of that just comes from the fact that they're hard to get. So a lot of times people like to hate whenever they don't have their hands on it, but that's just my personal opinion. I think they look incredible, and they represent one of the greatest basketball players of all time. I'm not so naive to say everybody loves the look of them, but I do think that most people probably like the look of Kobe's. A lot of people have said that they only look good for playing ball in, that you can't wear them casually, and I disagree with that. I just don't think you see a lot of people wearing them casually because they're hard to get. So whenever you do get a pair, like when I just got the Halos, I would love to use them for playing basketball if I can get the guys back together. But anyhow, let me know what you think about Kobe's. Let me know if you'll be chasing those reverse Grinches and if you'll be chasing more Kobe's next year. Also, let me know if you think they can be worn as a lifestyle sneaker opposed to just wearing them on the basketball court. But again, thank you, Silent Z, for letting me get my hands on this pair. They're beautiful. I would love to have these in my size, in my collection, but I'm not spending close to $1,000 on them, so I'll just have to wait for the next one. I appreciate you all watching tremendously, and I will catch you on the next one. I'm out.